Okay, so I'm sorry I look like such a mess in this video, but I'm pretty sure I look worse in the other video. Um, I was in the hospital because when I was at school, I wasn't feeling good at all. I was having a lot of tremors and double vision, and I just was feeling really tachycardic and just generally not good at all. So I was picked up and taken to the emergency room, and there they dug for veins for an IV for 2 hours, and I was in extreme abdominal pain, and we'll get to that a little later. But they ended up having to do what's called an EJ, which is basically uh, IV in my neck. And at first they tried putting it, and they tried twice on this side of my neck, and then they tried doing it on this side of my neck. And just because I spent so much time in the hospital, all my veins are ruined, and even my neck veins are ruined from having central lines in them. And it was just a nightmare trying to get in a line. So when the doctor came in, he was like wanting to do all kinds of blood work, and I was like, no. And he was very mad at me, and I said, I'm not going to be um, poked again unless you give me a PICC line. And he refused to give me a PICC line, and even though I have the tunneled vascular catheter in my chest, they can't use that because it has heparin in it, but he would not give me a PICC line. So I said, okay, no PICC line, then no drawing blood. And he was very mad, and he sent people to come get my blood, and I told them no. And I was like, well, what are you drawing it for? And it's basically just for like lipids and just stuff like that. It was like cholesterol, and I'm not gonna be poked and have my veins dug into it for like forever, just trying to check my cholesterol and lipids. And so I said, no way. So unless he was doing some type of major test, I was gonna be like, no. The abdominal pain, I was in extreme abdominal pain, and I found out that my feeding tube, which goes past my jejunum and my small intestines, had actually turned around and started to travel up, which was starting to get tangled up in itself, and had started traveling up my esophagus, and then got in this huge tingly mess. I went back into my gastric area, and they had to take that out and put in a new one. And the doctor said out of all his years of practice, he had only seen that one other time, and that was in a baby. And I was just like, of course. And so, while also there, I was having like nonstop seizures, and I had complete apnea twice. I'd stopped breathing completely twice, and they did a third EEG. And this is what I'm saying, people. Misdiagnosed. Why do I get misdiagnosed all the time? It is just so frustrating. I had an EEG I was in the hospital in May and had a 24-hour EEG which showed I was having seizure activity in my cerebellum. And my neurologist, which I don't have anymore because he pretty much blew me off, said, no way are they seizures, blah blah blah. And then when I was at the Mayo Clinic, they did another EEG and showed the same exact readings, and they blamed it on medication, which I was not on at the time. They kept saying they're not seizures, it's the medication you're on. And I was like, listen, I haven't been on that medication because you guys took me off, and I've been off of it for a while. And I had the same results showing it back at home when I didn't have that medication. So they did another EEG here, and finally I get a different neurologist who said, look, this is the third result showing the same activity. You are having seizures, and pretty much showed that I was epileptic. And I'm on Keppra now for it, and it has cut them in half. So I'm glad it's helping, but I've been having these for nearly 6 years, and it's very frustrating that something as simple as this can go just passed by for such a long time. I just don't get it. I mean, for something complex like POTS or dysautonomia, I get that people, it takes a while to get a diagnosis, but epilepsy, I mean, I just don't know why it takes me such a long time just to get an accurate diagnosis. It's so frustrating. So, that's what's been going on. I got out of the hospital today and I'm totally not feeling good. Um, just, ugh. And, I don't feel good. So I'm hoping you guys are doing well, and I'm hoping you're staying healthy and you're doing better than I am. I want to say thank you to all my friends who Facebooked me and said they're praying for me. And I want to thank you all who are praying for me on YouTube. And you guys mean so much to me, more than you know. Because, prayer really does mean a lot to me. And it's very important to me. So thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I better let you go because I feel like I'm rambling on, and I do that a lot in my videos. And I look like a mess. So, bye.